Episode 5 of Detective Forst begins with Forst pulling himself and Olga to safety from the fire. However, he is soon taken to the interrogation room to be questioned about what happened to Helena and how she ended up with a bullet hole in her head. Forst explains the existence of a top-secret brothel run by former Nazi collaborators in the Tatras Mountains. Forst further talks about how Helena has been using Iwo to seek revenge for her mother's death. Forst also shares information about Iwo, mentioning that he was leaving coins on the bodies as a way to remind Forst of his past. Since there is currently no evidence linking Forst to the fire or the murder, he is released. After leaving the police station, Forst visits a street sketch artist and provides a description of Iwo, asking him to draw a sketch. The forensic department examines the crime scene and discovers that Helena was shot with Forst's service gun, which he had reported missing. Additionally, the mandatory blood report for Forst comes back positive for heroin. Faced with this evidence, Edmund and the others at the police station choose to detain Forst, but he manages to escape. Forst realizes that if he is arrested, there will be no one to stop Iwo, allowing him to continue his killing spree. Unfortunately, Edmund is shot in the knee during the pursuit, further multiplying Forst's troubles. Despite this, Edmund still believes that Forst is being framed by the true perpetrator, the real beast of Jaiwan. As we've discussed earlier in our recap of Episode 5, Iwo leads a dual life. For his wife and daughter, he is Jord, and for his enemies, he is Iwo. Dominica, Jord's wife, receives the sketch and learns that her husband is the real beast of Jaiwan. Since Jord is the father of her daughter and the love of her life, Dominica betrays her profession and chooses to save Iwo, aka Jord. Detective Forst becomes her scapegoat, and she holds a press conference, labeling Forst as the beast of Jaiwan in front of the whole world. Dominica declares that Forst has used his position as a cop to twist the investigation and divert suspicion away from himself. Iwo capitalizes on Agatha's vulnerable state and kidnaps her so he can lure Forst. Iwo wants to back up what he has said earlier, that Forst isn't in the clear just yet, and he still has a lot to lose. Iwo goes the extra mile and sends a disturbing video to Edmund that shows Agatha chained to a bed while Iwo cuts her skin with a knife. Edmund loses his calm when Forst arrives at his house, searching for Agatha. Edmund eventually calms down after Forst guarantees him that he will locate and safely bring Agatha back. As the episode nears its end, we see Dominica, who's still having a hard time wrapping her head around the fact that her husband, Jord, is a serial murderer known as the Beast of Jaiwan. Dominica also finds a flash drive that is tucked inside her daughter's stuffed toy. The flash drive contains a plethora of videos, one of which appears to be Jord's confession. The episode review. The show is hurtling towards its grand finale, and there's no doubt that blood is going to be spilled. The question is, will it be Jord, Forst, or Agatha? Jord's thirst for revenge is palpable, and it seems like he's not about to throw in the towel. This is the moment he's been waiting for his entire life, and he's not planning on letting it slip away easily.